So Oprah, I saw in a recent magazine article that you said you were waiting for a sign from God on whether or not you should run for president. As a channel of divine truth, I figured I should step up to the plate and provide you a bit of divine guidance from the big guy upstairs on what to do. I personally am a huge fan, and I just want to thank you for all the wonderful and amazing things you've done for the spiritual industry. You have raised awareness about meditation, mindfulness, the law of attraction, health and wellness, Super Soul Sundays. So on a personal note from the heart, I just want to say thank you for everything that you've done. You've definitely helped the spiritual industry by teaching people, being a leader, a role model, mind, body, spirit connection, that kind of thing. So thank you very much. That said, I wanted to talk to you about your life purpose. Basically, you are a fellow light worker. You yourself are intuitive. You're also a healer, a humanitarian, a philanthropist. You're good at bringing people together, teaching them, and like I said, being a wonderful and amazing positive role model. And essentially, using your power and influence for good. You don't have to, Oprah. You don't have to open a girls' school in South Africa. You don't have to. You can just sit there on your couch all day long. But instead, you've chosen to figure out a way to use that power for good. So you essentially get the cherries on the Pac-Man screen for that. You're getting some serious kudos from the other side for pursuing that life purpose, okay? That said, I have to be honest with you, I'm not getting that being president is part of your life purpose. I am not getting that is part of your truth. And one of the things that I just wanted you to be consciously aware of is if people are coming at you saying things like, picture this, President Winfrey, oh my gosh, and you're just sitting there dreaming for a second, that's actually your ego. So you definitely don't want to make a decision that comes from your ego because ego doesn't exist in the light. So you don't want to go that direction. If you've got people coming up to you saying, save us, you're in a position of authority and a position of power, you have an obligation and a duty to save us, please, Oprah, please. The United States is being taken over by the dark, we need you to help. So you have all this placed on your shoulders and you feel this duty and obligation to run. Well, they also don't want you to feel guilted into anything because that's coming from a negative space. Letting your compassion get the best of you, that's coming, that's not a pure intention right there. And so, I just want you to be careful during your decision-making process and be conscious of where that's coming from. Is that coming from your heart? Because life purpose is heart-focused work. That's your passion. That's your courage of conviction. That comes from your heart. It's a strong compulsion. It's not somebody sitting there like Humpty Dumpty, like, well, should I do this? It's a compulsion. Like somebody needs to do something about this. So if there is an absence of that compulsion there, I'm asking you to look at that closely. Take out a magnifying glass and really look at that closely because there actually is somebody walking around out there whose life purpose it is to be president. It's his truth, and he is actually predestined to be president of the United States. He is everybody's highest good, and his name is Bernie Sanders. Now, Oprah, if I may, I would just like to compare you to Bernie Sanders for a second, soul to soul, because I want you to see what it looks like when it is somebody's life purpose to be president. He gets fired up about all the issues. He's very passionate about them. His political resume is a mile long. He started at an early age in politics, majored in political science, which is totally boring. So that just goes to show you right there, it's from his heart, right? Probably reads the news a lot, into all that stuff, Snoozeville, right? It's his heart. So if you watch his speeches, you see his hair standing on end, you see his face getting all red, and he's just like, bah! He's just going after the dark. He's a fellow light worker as well. just going after the dark, man. He's fighting for the people, standing up for the people. So that's how you can kind of tell whether it's someone's life purpose or not to be president. Okay, just wanted to point that out. Now here's the deal. Here's what's going on right now. We have the Republicans and Democrats, and these guys are both getting a thumbs down from the divine because they are both controlled by wealthy donors. So there are hidden agendas here behind these parties where the wealthy donors are controlling them. So they're not really concerned about the people. They're concerned about satisfying their donors. So it's more about money than the people. So the divine considers both the Republicans and the Democrats to be working for the dark. And he's given these guys both a thumbs down. So that's why when you see these political races where it is the Republicans versus the Democrats, there's no one party that's just completely taking over the other. They're both just like fighting each other. And it's actually a pretty equal battle. Why? Because it's the battle of dark versus dark. These energies match each other. These energies match each other. It's dark versus dark. So if the light was tossed in there, they'd be taken over. Okay? So this is the dynamic that we have going on right now, and the divine isn't happy about it. He's not happy about the abuse of power at all. Okay? So here's the issue. And this is what kind of threw a wrench in my gears with giving you divine guidance. Okay, Miss Winfrey? This is what I've got going on right now. Is a channel of divine truth. This is what I have going on right now. Bernie Sanders has free will. And I've asked Bernie Sanders to leave the Democratic Party, and he did not. So he is still a member of the Democratic Party, and Bernie Sanders is speaking for the light, and he gets 10 thumbs up for the other side for speaking for the light. But Bernie Sanders also has a mind of his own, and he's able to make his own decisions. Unfortunately, the free will decision that he has made has been to shackle himself to a dark entity. So I've got a light worker who has aligned themselves with the dark. Is it Bernie Sanders' truth to be a member of the Democratic Party? No. That is not his truth. So, Miss Winfrey, as a channel of divine truth, there is nothing I would love more than to say, get behind Bernie Sanders. He's everybody's highest good. He's predestined to be president, and it's his truth. Get behind Bernie Sanders. Guess what? I can't tell you to do this, because if I've got Oprah Winfrey down here, she just shackled herself to the Democratic Party and Bernie Sanders, so you shackle yourself to the dark. So I can't tell you to do this, as much as I would love to. I can't tell you to do this because of his free will decision. Which makes my video a little more complicated now, doesn't it? You want clear, concise direction from the divine? There it is. Get behind Bernie Sanders. He's everybody's highest good. And he's predestined, and he's who the divine wants as president. But what am I supposed to do with this? What's the divine supposed to do with this? Because the divine honors free will. So here's what the divine is asking you to do. The divine says that because of the abuse of power, he wants to put the people in a position of power over these guys. So he wants there to be a third party. And this has already started. The movement for a People's Party has already started. Nick Brana is his name, B-R-A-N-A. Nick Brana, look him up. Movement for a People's Party. He's already started the movement a long time ago. The divine supports Nick. And the divine wants Bernie Sanders over here. This is the divine's ultimate goal. To get Bernie Sanders over here. This is the truth. This is the light. This is where the love and unity and the law of attraction kicking in a fantastic way. This is what gets the United States back on track, is this People's Party completely taking over these two chuckleheads. Because this is the light right here. This is the truth. Now, Oprah, when I sit here and try to align you with the truth and the light, that's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. I'm just asking you to think and look at the situation for what it is, because it's pretty black and white, except for this dude. He's driving me crazy. All I'm doing is trying to align you with the truth. If the divine is saying this is the truth, and you align yourself with the truth, then you've just aligned yourself with the light. And here's Oprah. Truth, light, love, unity. This is you over here as a light worker, aligning yourself with divine intent, a divine plan to help the United States recover, and you using your money, power, and influence for good. This is where you should be. You and your billionaire friends should donate to these guys. You should give them shout outs, support them, whatever. Because they represent the people, and that's who the divine wants to empower. Not these guys. The divine isn't interested in empowering these guys. He's interested in taking their power away. Well, actually, they're taking their own power away because of law of attraction. Their energetic matches for crap. Okay? Energetic match for good. You're already an energetic match for good. But I'm just saying this boosts you up even more, right? This is where you're supposed to be, Oprah. Align yourself with these guys. Support them. They're doing good. These guys are speaking for the light. You're speaking for the light. Truth. Okay? Truth. Divine intent. There is a divine plan at play that's meant to get this dude in a position of power so he can fix the United States. We just need him and his free will to cooperate because Bernie's supposed to be over here. Okay? Hi. Sorry I ignored Christine. I soon learned that Christine's not really somebody that you want to blow off because the law of attraction is taking me down over here and I'm not happy. So I need to go over here where it's light and fluffy, shiny, happy people holding hands. Yay. Okay? I hate free will. All right. So hopefully Bernie takes that leap of faith. Hopefully you help him take that leap of faith by saying, yo, Bernie, over here, dude. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you can like reach out to him and be like, what are you doing over there? You're supposed to be over here. Anyway. So the dark is taking over our country. The light definitely needs to fight back. And Oprah, you are in a fantastic position to help the people do that. So I really hope you do. And in the meantime, take care and be well. Thank you.